What's up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Hope you guys are having a good night. Hope you've had a good week so far. What is today? Tuesday? We're through Tuesday, guys. So that means tomorrow we are at the halfway point of the week. So hope everybody's had a good week. Little bit of updates and just want to talk about a few things. One, the order, we are hoping the last package shows up tomorrow. We have been, both us and Jay Michelin have been keeping a close eye on that thing. When we did the preview Saturday, he had updated in chat that it was showing at a sorting facility that is near us. It then ended going to Dulles Airport, which is normally the stop before us. And I believe as of today, it said it was heading our way. We are only like a 45-minute drive away from Dulles Airport, so it should have gotten to our post office this evening, I would assume. And then we can pick that up tomorrow, do the preview for him, and get the packages on the way to Boca. I just wanted to give everybody an update where we were on that. They will go out this week. That's a given. And Jay Michelin, I don't know if he's on here watching or not, but he has multiple times thanked us for reaching out. Thanked everybody in the group submission for being understanding. He didn't send it last minute. It's just the Postal Service has taken a while to get it here. He actually sent it about a week and a half ago. So just want to thank everybody for being patient. What's up, Q? What's up, Scott? How are you guys doing this evening? Hope everybody is doing all right. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, it looks like the mic's working. Okay, just wanted to make sure. What's up, Toa? Hope you're having a good evening, man. So, I know a lot of people are probably watching the Mavericks game. Looking to see if Luka can do something crazy, I guess, tonight. I don't know. But, what's up, Nats, man? Good to see you on, brother. Hope everything is going well. So anyway, we all know Luka's hype is going crazy. Hell, the whole basketball market it doesn't make any rhyme or reason. But I want to talk about the baseball market because there's new money coming into the baseball market, obviously. But when I say new money, everybody talks about basketball being the money maker. Man, baseball seems to continuously break records of the top or highest sports card sale historically. So you can say, oh, well, basketball makes the money. Man, I'm just gonna pull it up and I'm gonna get right to it. I mean, there's no explanation needed. But $3.94 million. Now, do I think this makes any sense? No. However, somebody had the cash, somebody wanted the card. My opinion, this card only went for that high of a value because the entire hype behind it, the hype behind Vegas Dave owning it, we're not talking about your regular sports card collectors here. We're talking about your millionaires that want that status. It's just like the Honus Wagner. It wasn't your average collector. It was, that card's changed hands several times, but the most famous transaction that, in my personal memory, is when Gretzky and the owner of the Kings went together and bought it. So is this stuff for me or you guys? I mean, I can't talk for your wallets, but my wallet laughs at me anytime I think of something like this. Um, you know, the fact is, though, that is a very, very, very large mansion that is sitting there as a piece of cardboard with some ink on it inside of a plastic case. That is crazy to think about it, man. Crazy to think about. But let's talk about it for a second. Because not only did it bring $3.9 million, it's in a BGS case, which that alone is surprising. I mean, you would think, well, if it was a PSA 10, it would have been $7 million, right? Gotta be, But then it's a 9. It's not even a 10 or 9.5. It's a 9. It's an awesome card, though. I posted up some numbers earlier today, and the numbers weren't to knock Mike Trout. Those numbers weren't to knock Mike Trout at all. And JC, I'm going to get to that point real quick here in a second about the grading company doesn't matter since it's a 101. Because I have a rebuttal on that. Just wait and you'll know what I'm talking about because you're in the group and you've seen the posts. But my post earlier, it wasn't about Mike Trout. My post was comparing what Juan Soto has done this far into his career compared to what Mike Trout did when he started in his career. I believe my numbers added up to 250 less at bats. Soto has actually passed Mike Trout by 1 home run. He has like a 6.3, I think it was, home run rate. So if you took that in to account, he would have like 13 or 12 or 13 more at bats is what I figured up, something like that. Or maybe it was 15 more. I don't know. I had the math and I put it in the post, but anyway, it would have been a pretty substantial amount more of homers. Now, granted, Trout had that year early in his career where he had a lot of stolen bases and this and that. So they're both great players. That's what it boils down to. But exactly, Card. That's the thing. We always talk about great players and rings, right? I ain't even going to go into rings. Mike Trout doesn't even have a postseason victory. They made the playoffs one time in his career and got swept 3-0 in the divisional series. He's never even sniffed a championship. And sold for nearly $4 million. So that's mind-blowing. But anyway, let's see what the future holds. I truly believe in Juan Soto. I truly believe in him. The kid is just... he's so fun to watch. He has fun playing the game. And not to mention, he is talented. I mean, straight up talented. So, I just wanted to throw that out there. And to get to JC about the slab doesn't matter, I want to show you guys something. So I'm going to bring this up. So we're going to look at the Tatis Jr. So here is the 2019 Topps Chrome Red Wave Fernando Tatis Jr. PSA 10 that I once owned, that recently sold on Sunday for $10,101. So, anybody that doesn't know baseball cards, a true red is always more coveted than a red wave. It doesn't matter if it's Bowman Chrome and a wave, Topps Chrome and a wave. Waves are always less valuable than a true color. It's part of the history with the rainbow. People collect the true rainbow. It's why certain colors don't sell as well as others. They're just not. It dates back to when the color parallel started coming out. And the original colors that they had, it's kind of, those that are into basketball, Prism, didn't have, I don't even know how many parallel colors they're up to now, but it's the original. It was the original rainbow. There wasn't waves, there wasn't, mojos, there wasn't, what is the other ones they call, there wasn't speckles, there wasn't, it was none of that stuff. So the true colors always outsell the other fractal parallels. So this one in particular was a wave. It says Pop 1 because last time I checked there was only 2 of the red waves graded by PSA 10 or by PSA. This one, of course, is the one I submitted, and then there's another one on the Pop Report that got an 8. However, I want you guys, and the reason I'm bringing this up, okay? Right here, you have a true red. A true red. And it is a BGS 10. So you have 2 factors into play. A, it's the true color. B, it's a BGS 10, which BGS 10s always outsell a PSA 10. A true red always outsells a red wave. So I have no idea on earth how this card sold for $10,101 when the BGS 10 sold for $54.87. You are talking nearly double for the card that should have been more valuable. It makes 0 sense, and I'm going to give you my opinion of 2 possibilities of why this happened. First one is, so many people that are new into buying sports cards, the only thing that they hear when they go to channel after channel after channel after channel after channel after channel is PSA 10. If they are watching an investor channel, or if they are listening, I'll even go as far as a popular YouTuber that specifically does baseball for 99% of his videos. He is well known. Now, I'm gonna name drop right here. I'm gonna name drop Phil's Pulls. I have seen that guy do a repack product and pull a Fernando Tatis auto that was already graded a BGS 10, and immediately as soon as he pulled it said, that sucks, it's in a BGS case, that's going to be cracked and sent to PSA. Why, Phil? You have the more valuable card, or the more valuable grade, we'll say, and you're going to crack it to send it to PSA. That makes no sense. It makes zero sense. As soon as he heard that, I was like, what is this dude talking about? Now, if he wants to PC PSA, that's fine. But I guarantee you, he cracked that card and sent it to PSA and put it in his eBay store, because he sells a ton of the stuff that he grades, that he opens, that he buys, whatever. He even had some conceited post on Twitter, that he's not mad that Tatis is hitting homers, and showed a picture of his, chrome sapphire rainbow, which, hey, more power to the dude. I'd be proud of that too. But when you're a multi-millionaire, is it that hard to really get it? I mean, and then the comments that he was replying to people, it really turned me off. So anyway, I'm not specifically pointing fingers at him for this, but what I am saying is this makes no sense, because that Red Wave PSA 10 should have only been around $3,500 to $4,000. Let's be real. If the BGS 10 True sold for almost $5,500, you should do, I'd say, $1,500, $2,000 less, because it's the Wave and it was the PSA, not the BGS. Go on and look at other cards and just compare the BGS 10 to the PSA 10, historic pricing, reds to red waves. I mean, it's not a secret. But my other thing is, this had 81 bids on it, and some of the bidders didn't make sense. We'll go take a look at it. I mean, you had, and now 45 isn't bad, but they bid over $9,000. You had somebody here with 7 feedback that bid $7,500. There was just some real, like this 606, they bid a crap ton on this thing. So it was just some odd bidding on here. And obviously, like, look at this. I mean, that's just crazy. So I don't know if it got showed up. I can't say one way or the other. But anyways, it was very odd. It surprised the hell out of me. I didn't think this card would top 10 grand, and I still don't truly think it should. Yeah, I did look at that ground zero. I think it was this one. Yeah, 70%. So it was 70% on this. What what it was very odd. But anyway, yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. I don't that card, the value of it, it just isn't. It didn't make any sense. So when people go on and look at that though, they're gonna think, well, what the hell, and I threw that card up when I found it on eBay, and I seen it was ending or that was being auctioned. I posted it in the group, and I was curious to see what it'd go for. But anyway, if it was a legit sale, congrats to the owner. It was an awesome card, but we sold it, did better things with the money that we got for it. So I'll never regret it. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Right, but my point is, JC, if it was in another case, I'm wondering what it would go for. Um, would it have gotten 3.9 million if it was raw? Who knows? My other point to it is, if we're going to speculate 8 to 10 years in the future, if Juan Soto can continue to be a great player and gain popularity, and I'm just saying if somebody pays $4 million for his superfractor and they don't know what they're buying, it's going to be very, very sad. Because to those that don't know, Soto's superfractor is actually altered in a PSA 10 case. I don't know how many people know that story, but if Juan Soto superfractor does that, it's going to be, I can't say it would be to the extent of Honus Wagner with that whole thing, but it is known that card was graded originally by BGS, cracked, altered, sent to PSA, graded it, and got a 10. So, unfortunately, Soto's prized grail card will always be tarnished because of that happening, and it could never be fixed, So, it's very sad. Because if he ever does hit that elite status level on the way of Trout, that card was altered. So, that's something that people that know it will always know. I mean, when I seen it, I couldn't believe it. But what happened is it got graded by BGS. They graded the auto 9, I think, because the auto went off the card. The person got it back, wasn't happy with that. They cracked the BGS case. They erased part of the auto, and then resubmitted it to PSA because obviously it's a 101. So BGS would have known that it was altered because it had already been graded by BGS. So they sent it to PSA. Obviously PSA doesn't grade the autos, and so now it's in a PSA 10 slab with an alteration by erasing the autograph or part of the autograph. So that sucks because it could be a historic card, but it will always have that tarnishment, connected to it. So anyway, I want to mention, yeah, exactly, Nats, man, exactly. I don't know if it's online. The only reason I know it is because I actually seen the Soto Superfractor for sale on eBay, and the seller actually posted the entire story. So that's how I know about it. I'm sure there's an article somewhere online that you could pull it up and see. There's actually photos of it in the BGS case. There's a photo of it in BGS's case. You can pull up the pop reports of both, see that it was graded by both companies. There's an original picture before the autograph was erased, as well as it slabbed, by PSA after it was erased. So anyway, I want to take a moment right now, and I put in the little description thing of this video a link to our Facebook group. It is right here. I'll pull it up real quick. We got a really awesome group. I've talked about it before. Mile High, I don't know how they erased it, but there's pictures of it before, after, and in both slabs. So they did erase it. Anyway, I put a link to our Facebook group, and I hope I did it correctly. But please go over and join our group. If you enjoy the content here, you are going to love the group there. There is posts all day long. It's a very active group. There's people sharing information that they find. There's people, sharing sports alerts. There's people selling cards, buying cards, trading cards. There's people sharing their content. It's just an awesome group of people. Those that moderate the group, my wife, and we got, I believe it's three or four other moderators. They do very great job of vetting everybody. That way every transaction is safe. And I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm going to say there's been a lot of transactions made in this group, and not one single solitary complaint or report of anybody having any issues. And we are taking pride in that, because we read all the information on the scammers page, and it's just amazing how people are out there. I am glad that we don't deal with that, and that it hasn't happened, and we will continue to do our best. We have a no-nonsense policy. You had one. What did you have a complaint on? I'd never... If you're talking about the Rui, I settled your complaint. But I don't know if... I'll get with you, Mile High, because I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. But anyway, you can see here, and some of this stuff's probably sold already, but there's a lot of stuff in here listed. Everything from smaller like this, Robert for $5. Oh, I was going to say, hey, don't be messing with me, man, because I have not heard anybody complain. But anyway, there's everything from a $5, Lewis Robert insert to, lots. Look, $250 sold. Here we got some graded cards, $400. All kinds of stuff in here, guys. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this as well, however, I go back, discussion, is this where it is? Yeah. I posted in here about fantasy football. I mentioned it before. I was trying to wait and see how the football season thing was going to play out. I want to go ahead. I've got 2 leagues that I went and I believe I set up correctly. I'm going to try to do them as 12-team. Ground Zero, the missus or Jay Michelin or one of them will approve it. I stay away from the approving stuff because I don't know how they go through that whole process. Um, so I'll let one of them do it. I'm just being honest. I stay in my lane. I don't mess with what I don't, you know, I don't do it enough to mess with it. So, Mile High, I put on here if you want, if you want to do auction, snake, whatever. Most people have said snake. I like auction. And we'll do, we can do buy-ins or we can do them free. We can run a free league if people just want to have some fun and relax. We can do payout league. That way, it's a little bit competition and we know people will stay involved. But anyway, it's something I want to do. I'm willing to, try to make multiple leagues and stuff. That way we can get everybody in there. Jay Michelin had an awesome idea, but there's no way I can think of to do it. If we could take the winner from like every league and have like a battle royale to have a top spot. But I don't know how that would work because when you get into the end of the season, a lot of the players are sitting and this and that, and it makes it rough. So, but anyway, if you're interested, please join the group. Hit the subscribe button and turn that little bell on while you're there as well. That way you can get notified. I've been trying to stay consistent. Obviously, after Saturday being on here for 4.5 hours and other stuff going on, I haven't been on every night consistently. But anyway, now, the whole post topic of this, now that I've rambled for a while, I just wanted to mention this real quick because I am back into loving baseball cards, man. The season, although it's been no fans there, it's short, it's been exciting. It's really been exciting. And there's a lot of young talent in the league right now. There's a lot of potentially good players that could become future superstars in this league. And something that I want to point out that is always a highly anticipated product, and that is going to be Topps Update. Now, 2019 Update had people in an uproar because it didn't have Bichette, it didn't have Jordan, it didn't have Aquino, it didn't have Nico Horner. So it disappointed a lot of people, and rightfully so. But there is a ton of good rookies in 2019 Update. They're not the Jordans and the Bichettes and everything, but there's a lot of good rookies. I just sold a Keston Hiura today for, what was it, $60. So there was a lot of potential. Now, with this baseball season, there's actually been a lot of top prospect names that have came up. I can't even remember them all right now, but two off the top of my head would be Joe Adell, Dylan Carlson. I thought, Pache, isn't Pache up for the Braves? There's a lot of guys that they could have in 2020 Topps Update. It could be a really interesting rookie class. Unfortunately, and I don't know if they have time to change this or anything, or if they had already made plans for this, but it looks like there's not going to be as many rookies, and they're going to do these insert cards that are based off of the 89 Topps baseball set. Um, so that kind of sucks. I believe the expected release date on update is October 3rd. So hopefully we are just over a month away. Hopefully in the next couple weeks they will put out a confirmed checklist so we can take a look and see. Oh, Nathaniel, are you the one that bought that? That's awesome, man. That's cool when somebody buys and they subscribe to the channel. That's awesome. Anyway, hopefully in like 2 weeks or so, they'll have a checklist out. We can see what names are on it, and then make the decision. How deep do we want to go in 2020 update? Or do we want to see if 2021 Series 1 is going to be a stacked product? I'm going to tell you, 2019 update, we had a ton of fun ripping it. It's going to be hard to constitute doing as much as we did if there isn't many rookies. So keep an eye on the checklist. Keep an eye on what they're going to do to fill the void of not, potentially having the rookies like it normally does. And we'll just have to go from there. Another thing this mentions, which I didn't even think about, was it usually has all the highlights and stuff from the All-Star game, which obviously did not happen this year. So that's more cards that they're going to have to find something to fill those spots for. So it's going to be interesting, and just keep an eye out for the checklist. When it comes out, we'll have to revisit this, see what everybody's opinion is, see if people are excited, sad, disappointed, going to stay away from it. But I do know, like I said, 2019 update it ticked a lot of people off. Because it was anticipated to have Bichette and Jordan and Aquino, and they weren't in there. So I prefer the better rookies to be an update. Look what 2018 did. But I guess we'll just have to see and revisit. I think 2020, the Topps Complete sets are going to be a hot product, just because Series 1 and Series 2 was loaded with good rookies. So we also got to keep an eye out for them when they hit the shelves, because I am sure they are going to be bought up. So I just wanted to bring that up, give a reminder. It is coming out in just over a month, and we need to keep an eye on the checklist and see how this is going to look. I could not find a confirmed date on Chrome update, so I will continue to try to look for information on that. But that would be another one interesting to look at the checklist on, because sometimes Chrome update it doesn't have all of the rookies that update has, or there'll be a different one in it. Like last year, I was really hoping Tommy Edman was in Chrome update, and he wasn't. So if he ever becomes a star player, his Topps update rookies are going to be pretty sought after, because he does not have a Chrome version. In fact, he didn't have many rookies, period. So sadly, his Topps update is a tough grade. But anyway, so we will revisit this when the checklist comes out. Let's see what it looks like. Get y'all's opinion on whether or not you plan to get it, want to stay away from it. Would you rather save what you would spend on this to put into 2021? Because it sounds like that's going to be pretty, it would be stacked if Update doesn't get Adele and Pache and Carlson and all these other guys that are coming up and performing fairly decent. 2021 will be insane. They could kind of use this as an introduction year and get some MLB time under their belt, and then hopefully in 2021 we'll have some fans in the seats, and then they'll get to play in front of the big boy crowds. So it'll be interesting to see. Excited for what's to come. I miss going to baseball games, not even gonna lie. Miss it so much. But anyway, hopefully 2021 brings better results. So that's all I got for tonight, guys. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Let's knock it out, get halfway through the week. I hope I have Jay Michelin's preview video tomorrow night. And then there will be a bunch of cards heading to Boca. So I can't wait to get all these subs back, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, yeah, I got stuff I want to see, but man, y'all send some awesome stuff, and I can't wait to see what you guys get. So anyway, everybody, please have a good night, and always remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.